right. Well, I'm back. We'll see for how long, okay? Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry that happened. Okay, so let me see what I've got here. Hi, Riri. How are you? I was working on my flip over fold over journal. I got the envelopes made on the other one. Hi, Nina. Good to see you. Stream stopped, so I had to go and start a new one. So I'm just kind of waiting around for a little bit for people to come back in. So I'm fixing to do the backers, and the backers for these envelopes are 6 1/4 by 5 5/8. Hi, Julie. Welcome back. Good to see you. So I'm sorry about that. Like I said, we had a severe storm here last night, and I'm not surprised that my internet's acting up. They're probably out there working on it because we've got like 24,000 that are almost 25,000 people out of power right now. So I'm not surprised that it would mess up the internet and all too. So anyway, if you want to follow along, you need the 2 envelopes that you want to use. I made mine. They were 9 by 9. And I used my envelope punch board to make them up. Oh no, Riri, you'll be in my prayers, honey. There was a couple that didn't heed the warning, and they were in their mobile home, and a tree actually fell on their mobile home and trapped them inside. Didn't hurt them, praise God for that, but it is awesome to know. So thank you so much. So this is I'm working on this journal, and like I said, now I've made the envelopes, and the paper I did was 9 by 9. Okay. I used my envelope scoreboard right here, and I scored it. I scored the 9 by 9. I started out with 4 1/4, and I made my first score. And you turn it, and after that first score, where you use this line, you don't have to use that anymore. You just use your little nose right there. You score it down this side, and you line the other score up with this side. And that's how you use that one. And once you get through, you put your envelope together, and ta-da, you've got an envelope. Okay, so the next thing is you have to decide the backer. I hope it don't fall. I hope it don't fall. A white oak, they're so hard to find anymore. White oaks have been just about wiped out because that's where they get blonde wood from, is from the white oak. And I hope it don't fall, Riri. I really do. Those are such gorgeous trees. So I'm hoping that praying that it doesn't fall. So anyway, trying to think of what I want to pick up over this. Do I want a blue, or do I want a white or a teal? Not a white. I don't think I want a white. It don't matter, because you're not going to see the back of the envelope, so you can use any color paper you want, as long as you like it what it looks like here. Okay, you can use a regular envelope. It doesn't matter. You can use pre-made envelopes to do this with, because all the difference is you're going to measure your paper differently a little bit, and your width and your backers a little differently than I'm doing mine. All basically this is just basic information. Okay, so the backer that you want it to be a little bit larger than your envelope so that you can see it all the way around. So I'm deciding on what color backer I really want to put behind this. And I don't know. I don't think this one will work, but any color that you want to coordinate with it, basically. That you want to coordinate with what you've got. See? You can coordinate it to where to what you've got there. Okay, because all your backers are going to do is they're going to be stuck to this, and you're not going to see anything but the edge of it around. When you get through putting it onto your envelope, you're going to put them together. You're going to open them up, and you're going to lay them flat, and you're going to match end to end on them. Okay, and you can do this before you put the envelopes on them or after. I prefer after because then I can look and see which way it goes. But you take a piece of washi tape and you put right down through there. Okay, and I've got a couple of I got a washi tape that I don't really like, so since you don't see the inside of it, I use that washi tape because it looks like it's saying ugly words, and if it's saying ugly words, I don't want nobody to see the ugly words. You know. You know how cartoons say ugly words, right? Okay, so, and you can do it like that. You can pull it over, you can cut it off. It really don't matter because you're not going to see that anyway. All right, now you're going to put this up the way you want it. You're going to figure out which way you want it because the way it opens up is going to be your front because it's going to open this way. Okay, it's going to open this way so that you can sew in your signatures. If you want to sew them in. I did not want to sew mine in. I wanted mine to be more like a flow journal. Okay, so I can take this right here. I can pull this down and see I've got just enough showing here that it's going to show here. And you don't have to matchy if you don't want to. I've got pink on one side, which looks good with that. And I've got blue on the other, which looks good with it. So you don't have to matchy. But you do, however, because if you're going to sew this signature in, okay, you're going to want to put your washi tape down, right? Then you're going to want to put in a piece of material or a strong material like Tyvek or even a piece of ribbon in it, right? That's going to be strong enough for you to sew through and it won't come apart. Not sewing through mine. I'm just going to glue it on the inside and then I'm going to tie it on the other side and I'm going to bring it around to hold my pages in place so that I can pull them out and work on them and put them back. Or I can use it for a flow journal, whatever I want to use it for. Okay, so this one I'm just going to work with here. Okay, I'm going to pull this one here. You okay? I'm going to fall in it. Sounded like my husband. Rick? You okay? Okay. Don't scare me. It's not nice. Okay, he's okay. Never mind. Hi, Barbara. Don't scare me like that. It's not nice.
That scared me too.
How'd you scare you?
Oh, I dropped a sugar container and 2 glasses.
So you're making a mess. So I want to determine how far up I want to see this. Okay, so that's about right. So I want to do about the same thing here. So I'm just going to take it and cut it across the top because I hate measuring. Okay. All right. So that's going to come out about right. And I'm going to put one on each side. Okay. And I'm going to come here, find my glue. Now I'm going to place this exactly where I want it to be. And you notice I haven't permanently put that other piece down yet. This opening, because if I put it backwards on my opening, like if I put one upside down, I can pull this off and turn it. So this is why I haven't put that permanently yet. But if you do like this and you just turn it over, make sure this is at the top and this is at the top. You do pretty good. So now you can also use score tape, which is right here on it, and do that. But I don't really like score tape. It wads up, and I'm not as good as Becky or Aunt Beck at Aunt Beck's Creations in using score tape. So I like my glue. I put plenty of glue down to hold it. And I like multicolor on multicolor because then I've got a choice of whatever colors I want to use. Come on, sit in there. There we go. Well, put that on crooked, didn't I? So, now. And there those are. Then you open them up. Then here is where you put your next step. Okay? You put something that is going to hold it in place really well. Now, it doesn't have to be near as strong if you're going to use it as a flow book, but I like for it to be strong because you're going to be pulling on this. And when it comes apart, you'll have to take the whole thing back apart to fix it. So, anyway, on this part, I will put a gusset here and a gusset here and close it up so that it will come apart a little more than just, like that. Okay, so there's that part. All right, so, and I had everything here that I wanted to use, and I've done a hand net from myself, of course. Let me move this out of the way so it won't mess us up. Okay. Of course, I've already hidden my stuff from myself. Moving stuff around, of course. And I'm sorry about the squeaky chair. I haven't found one that doesn't squeak yet. I've tried oiling it and everything else. So, all right. So the next thing will be your pages, and mine are 5 by 12. Okay, because remember I did the 12, and then all I do is I cut. I fold it in half for the pages. Okay, this one's a little short, so it can actually go into the center of my book. These are a little short, but these are a couple of pages, and I don't have to toss them out. I can just, and see, as you see here, my envelope from here or from the bottom of this right here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, about 5.5 I can do here. Okay, on my page size. So I can take me a page. All right, let's do a pink one. Y'all want a pink one on there or a yellow one? Green, blue, yellow, pink. I've only got one of these pretty blue ones right here. Let's use this blue one. I could do that, right? I can shoot with it. All right, then I got that blue one I can use. And you decide how many pages you want in it, of course. And I can use this one. I've been holding on to this paper for a long time. It's time to use it, right? And since I've got that color, I'm going to grab this color. Okay. I'll grab this color. Okay, how many pages do you want to put in it? There's your option right there. It's how many pages. Okay, so my pages are going to be 5. Okay, they're going to be 5 tall. Let me move this out of the way. These are some scraps that I need to put in my scrap box and that I don't have. Okay, now pull out my cutter again. This thing will work your muscles, y'all. This one will, it's the kind like they use in offices and schools where they have to cut a lot of paper. It's one of those. Okay. So, thanks, Mina. My granddaughter bought me these for Mother's Day. So, I'm doing, these are 12 by 12 papers. And I'm doing them in 5. Okay. So, 5 tall. So I got to move this around. Move this paste out from over here. Then I'll bring it down to here to 5. Oops. I need to move that blue one out. It looks larger than the rest of them. But the good thing about it is I don't have to cut one sheet at a time with this cutter. I can use, I can put 4 or 5 sheets on here and it cuts just fine. And the other good thing about this cutter is that I can sharpen it. And there we go. Okay. So with that, I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Now, if I want to take and do this one too, I just bring it back over here because I'm going to cut it to 5 because it's cut about 2 inches more than what I needed. Cut it to 5. Okay. And I'm going to cut it to 5. And you can turn them. And you're gonna cut, put them in half. Okay. So that's gonna. I got 6 of them here. I'll wait for the blue one and use it in another way. Since I've already got, because I've got 3 on one side and 3 on the other. That's going to make me 6 pages. All right. Then I have the other one that I have cut, right? And that's going to make me 6 more pages. So altogether, just by doing one, I've got 3 sheets of 12 by 12. Doing it this way makes me 12 pages. Okay. Then I'm going to, here, it wraps this way. You open it up. of course. And it's got to fit below this score line right here on your envelope so that your envelope will close open. Okay? Now, here's the point where you will sew in your signatures if you want them sewn in. Okay? But I'm not going to sew mine in. Okay? I'm going to use mine like a flow type envelope so that I can pull papers out, put papers in. Okay? Uh, I need to get me some elastic. Let's see. But what I do have, hang on just a minute, is this right here. Yeah, I'm sure y'all won't recognize any of this right here, right? Y'all won't recognize that, will you? Didn't think so. Um, so, but you can use this in full strength though. And you can wrap it around. Gotta open the envelope, Teresa. And you can wrap it around. I've got to reinforce it a little more before I go any further because I don't want to tear it in half by pulling on this. But just to let you know, this is something that you can use because some of us don't have, you know, exactly what we should have to do a lot of the stuff people do on here, right? So, like me, I need some elastic. I need to get me some elastic so that I can do my flowish type book. But see, any color, this is, since this is splatter paper, any color, especially black or white, black preferably to me, uh, will work. Okay, so that you can take, once you tie it in good and tight, you can open it up and you can pull the papers out and you can slide them back in. You can arrange them however you want them, by color or whatever, or every other paper be a different color or whatever you want to do. Can use something like this and put it in there, but you know, of course, before you put it in, since it's a flow type journal, you're going to fold it in half. If it's the right size, and it is, you can just slide it into your journal. Okay. And you've got other papers that you can just pull out. And that would be something that was from one of our flyers at church for Halloween, where we did Halloween candy and all that stuff. So what I would do is I'd take this and I'd do some jelly printing, maybe, or make painty papers out of it. And then I could slide it into my journal and I'd have it ready for whatever I needed. Okay. Like these little pieces here, these little scrap pieces here, you can take and punch. Come on, fingers, sit up. You can take and punch, and you can, this should be about the right size for the belly band that I do. Yes, exactly. This is 2-inch right here. So, anyway, you come in here and you, and go about, come here, slide up a minute. Okay, so I'm going to want it right here. So that's going to be 6-inch. And that's going to be that shaker belly band size, okay, because it's 2 inches wide, 6 inches long. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. And if you have a scoreboard that's easy for you to use, I have a big one. I want to get me a smaller one. But anyway, you take and you score it. You bring your 2-inch band here you take your thing right here and you come here at, this is way too big. This is just a bone folder. There you are. And then you score it at the 1/4 inch mark. Come on now. If your fingers can hold it, mine are having a tough time. And you score it at the 1/4 inch mark. Stay in line. Keep your paper still. And you score it at the 1/4 inch mark. And then you're going to come all the way around and you're going to fold it. I think I'd rather do it at the 1/2 inch. I don't like that little bitty one. So let's try the 1/2 inch over here. It might work better anyway. Stay straight. And if you're not careful, you'll be like me and you'll be sliding across your board. And your 1/2 inch will go to a 1/4 inch and 1/8 of an inch and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So now, and you're gonna do this all the way around. I like the 1/2 inch. I do. I mean the 1/4 inch, not the 1/8 inch. Listen at me. I'm telling y'all all wrong. The 1/4 inch, not the 1/8 of an inch. The 1/8 of an inch is what it actually called for. But I like the 1/4 of an inch because to me, it seems to hold better. Oh, come on. And when you crease it down, you've got more of a lip on it. And you do that on the ends also. You do it on the ends also. And if you got a scoreboard like this, you more than likely got the envelope scoreboard that goes with it, which is this right here. That tells you how to make an envelope with it. Okay. I have the punch board, so I don't use the scoreboard. Then you come all around and you bring it down like that. And on these, I use my thumbnail. And of course, these are going to be the last thing you fold over when you're making the belly band. But here, I like to leave it flat. You can miter the corners if you like. I like the flat edge on mine. And I cut off these little squares right here. So, you take that bulk out of there, basically. You're taking the bulk out. All right. So, you can use whatever you can see through to make your shakers. This is a shaker belly band. Thank you for being here, Barbara. I appreciate it. There'll be replay, okay? So anyway, you can take this. All right, and I have this, what my die cut came in, okay? And I'm going to use this, I think, if this will come out. This, because, you can see through this, right? But that double-sided tape they use on them die cuts is killer when you try to get stuff out, isn't it? Well, let's try it this way. I don't want to destroy it. I want to be able to use it. And since I don't keep my my dies on this, I can use that for something else. Okay, and I can move this across here. Okay. Now, this right here is 2 inches, so, well, not that right there, but this right here. Let's slide this in here. I don't like I told y'all, I don't like measuring. So I measure my own way. Okay. Okay. And that gives me my little crease right there. I don't let it go away while I'm trying to pick up my scissors with these clumsy fingers. I'll be all right. Okay. And you can use this little piece here. And that little piece right there, you don't need it. It's sticky. So what I need to do here is, all right, there's my glue. I'm always losing. Oh, I lost my needle. That's not good. My glue will dry out and I won't be able to get it out of the bottle. Oh, good. Maybe it's cool enough it's not going to dry out too fast. Okay, and I want to put that all the way against the edge. Right there. Make sure it's in place. And I'm going to fold this down. And you got to make sure you got this whole thing folded down. Okay, this whole thing. And you got to hold it for a couple of seconds, because if you don't, you'll find another needle so that my glue don't dry out. It'll come back up and it won't glue down properly. Okay, then I'll come back to the other side. Uh-oh, somebody's trying to crank up my next door neighbor's car. His car sounds funny when you try to crank it. It doesn't run very well. And again, you're gonna press it down and hold it down a little bit, because that is plastic. And you want to hold it down good. Because you want it to stay stuck down, because you don't want, when you put your stuff in there to shake, you definitely don't want it to come out the end, right? Okay. And on this one, I pressed a little too hard, I think, because now it's tearing, so I may not be able to do this. I may have to use washi or something on it. Come on, eyeballs, work right. Get your needle in there. Done lost one. You don't need to lose the other one. You ain't got but two. So I may have to put washi on this one to be able to use it, but I'm hoping that my glue will catch it on the end. So now I want to make sure this is clean, because I don't want to see glue all the way down through here and everything. And see, I've got this little piece right here I need to clip, because I made it a little bit too long. Okay, and now I need to put shaker stuff in there. Is anybody else doing anything today? Am I boring y'all? Is anybody here? Nobody's talking. Okay. So now, um, and this is not a real good idea, but I like these little crystals, and I'm going to stick some in here. Why? Because I think they're pretty. And you can hear them shake. And it'll be harder for them to get through that little bitty tipping and that I didn't glue down well. But it's not the best idea to use the crystals for number one that's going into a book. And they're kind of not flat. They're not flat. But, and one shaker belly band. And I'll probably take this in loose and I'll add more to it than those crystals. But this was just a quick how-to on that. There it is. All right. And on one of these pages, you can put this belly band down. And every time you move that page, you're going to know it. Right? Anybody messes with your book, you're going to know they've messed with your book. Okay. Now, the next thing is the cards that go inside of it. Okay? Of course, you know I told you we got to make that, right? So, how to make that? Let me move this around here and open this out, right? And open these little envelope flaps. Put this over here. And like I said, I need to reinforce this for sure. Because see, this is already torn down that tape. And I don't want that to happen. So I've got to reinforce this. And I got to find my reinforcement here. And I had it right here. And I've done moved things around on myself again. I really need to finish my room. Crap, the Judge Judy, you're always getting into something. When you know Judge Judy will be the one to jump down. Get into everything. How are you doing today, Violet? Are you making one of these journals? Are you making along with me, or are you gonna have to watch it again and see it? Did you get to come in late because you got to go out riding with hubby and enjoying your day today? Oh, shoot. That ain't good. Something better hold in my glue. Ah, there it is. Okay, so now one of the things that you can use to reinforce it is some clear tape. Some good, strong vinyl tape. That's what I was thinking about earlier, with some vinyl tape on it. You know, just because we can. It's also clear. It's also easy to push a needle through. And it's hard to just tear it. Okay? And this is vinyl tape. like you'd use on Windows. I can't wait to see yours that you're making, Violet. I can't wait to see. You do such beautiful work. You and Janet and Julie and all. I, I just, I'm not as good as y'all are at this stuff, but I like trying really hard. I do. Okay, so no, you don't. I've done seen you whack people. Okay, so now I've got that, but I don't want to sew mine in. Okay, so mine is going to have like a little, you can see it's opened right there. You won't be able to see it once I get the pages on. All right, so I want to take and make myself, they ain't got to be perfect because you're not going to see them, right? Going to have to fold them anyway. This is where you make your gussets, right? And you can cut them or you can not cut them. I'm going to just straighten it out a little bit so that it won't grab my paper when I start to put it down in there. Okay, and that's a gusset, and it's going to go right around here. Okay, so I can cut that off a little bit. It'll be fine, right? And I can take my glue. And I'm only going to glue it to one side because I've still got to put my my bands in. I got to get me some elastic to put on here so that I can make my holder to where to hold my pages in. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this and I'm making a gusset. Okay, because once you make this gusset and it's on there, it's going to let your pocket expand. It's going to be an expanding pocket. And you're going to make your other gusset, and it's going to go right down here. Okay. And this is scrap paper I'm using. And I'm going to take this gusset, and this paper I'll fold it in half to make my gusset. And then I'll take it and glue it on one side again because, like I said, I still need to, before I close it completely up and cannot get back into it, I got to make sure that my page holders are in place. And that is whether or not you sew your pages in, because your signatures in, or if you want to make it kind of like a flow book. All right, then you'll close this. Your pages, remember, are already there. And you're going to make a card to go down inside of it. And you're going to glue it here and here and close it. And it's going to be permanently closed. You're going to have your pages already here. I want to get me some elastic when I go to the store, which won't be real soon, so I can't do it today. And then there's that. Also, you can decide what pages you want. Okay, if you want a front cover that's akin to the envelopes that you've got, then use a front cover that's akin to the envelopes you got. Just remember your front and your back are going to match. Okay, and that's it. Then you decide on your closure. On this one here, it's supposed to tie. I punched a hole, did a library loop, tied a knot here because I like the knot. I was going to use excuse me. I was going to use a bead on it, and I decided no, I like just the button alone because I don't want a distraction from the button. And that's how I closed it up. And I've got another button similar to this over there in a packet, which I will probably use on this one. I'll get back up there now. Thank you very much. Okay. I'll take my big bite. I use the big hole, and I'll mark where I want my hole to be. Okay, I'll just take and put a little mark there because it's not going to matter. I want my hole just a little bit above that there, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, because it don't matter if I'm showing the mark or not there, because it's not going to be there once I use my big bite on it. Okay, all right, because I will take this, put it under here, and I can see when this comes down, of course. Then I can take and I can put that right over that mark and punch. And it punches right where I put the mark. Okay. Same way on the other side. I can see where the mark is, put it there, and punch it. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make me some hole reinforcers. And I'll put them on here. I'll put one on front and one on back. Of course, me being the crooked side that I have, my holes are not straight, they're crooked, so that's all right. So, what do y'all think so far? What I like about it is if you don't want to take it apart, it's fine. But I like the single-sided paper for it because one side looks like painty paper or watercolor paper. The other side's just white. And you can do whatever you want. And you've got color, white mixed together. And I really like it that way because then I can use this to decorate, this to journal. It's okay, Janet. It's all right. I knew I was coming on about lunchtime. I was trying to keep from coming on exactly at lunch because of that. But that's okay. There is replay. If you want to know this, it's just you can do replay. That's fine with me. So, did I do that right? Yes. No. You got to be careful with that because you got to put your pages on the right side. And then when you decide on your tie that you want to use, you can use anything that you want to use, eyelash trim, embroidery thread. Hi, Heather. Good to see you here. You can decorate it any way you want to. You can take and put lace down the edge. I particularly like lace because it gives it that ruffly look on the edge. Or you can just take your edge of your paper and you can just kind of crinkle it up. Right? And kind of make it look kind of torn and ragged and crinkly and all sorts of stuff. So, anyway. Like I said, Melina Pilot, Pylant, Pylant, I think is her name. she's the one that was showing how to do this that I learned from. So uh, she has, she's incredible. She's the one that showed me how to do the book as well as the shaker belly band. So, um, and I really don't know how to link pages. Um, I don't know how to link pages to mine. I will someday learn. Like Heather, thank you for being here. Heather has her own stream. Violet and Fran stream together. Um, so if Janet, if you want to put some links in here for people to follow, if I doubt that anybody here in my stream hasn't followed everybody here in my stream, because that's how we all kind of met, is in somebody else's stream, and we all kind of like what we all do. So, and it's also interesting to find something new and different. And like I said, with this one, I like the flowish type book because I can take an envelope page and I can take that envelope page and I can fold it and I can slip it in there anywhere I want to, and all sorts of things. I can take the papers and I can slide them down into my envelopes like that. I have something a little extra in it. You can put some tags in the top, but you don't want it to stick out too much. You kind of want it to be almost even, and just put you a little tab to pull it. Um, so, and you've got the envelopes to put stuff in. You can make you a belly band and put a cross and put stuff behind it. Um, you can put extra little fun goodies in the pocket, make pockets and stick in here. Like this one here is where I did a heart punch out, and so you can take that and you can trim it up, put it down, and you can actually slide pictures and stuff behind it if you want to. Um, it's all kinds of fun stuff that you can just do. Like I said, though, I can't really finish it up because I need to get me some elastic to tie here, and I need to get me some hole reinforcements made. And the reason why it's called a pocket fold flip over flow journal is because this is going to be a pocket stick things in, and you're going to go page by page here, looking at your different pages that you're going to have in here. When you get to here, you're going to flip the whole thing over to another envelope, and then you're going to start all over with more pages. So it's a fold over, flip over, flow type journal. Something fun. You can put sketch paper in it. This green violet was a shirt. It was a shirt that I got a part of it from Lisa, My Elected Life. I got part of that in a thing that she, when she was doing her uh, space clean out, and we had an option to buy boxes from her, just pay shipping. This was in one of the boxes, and she said it was a shirt. I think she said she got it at a thrift store, but Lisa, she loves green. And so what I did was I cut it down to whatever size I could get it to, and I made the ties. I made the strip that goes down the back. This wraps all the way around on the inside also, so that it was, my reinforcement was the shirt itself. And I want to find Probably I'm going to take the blue and use it for my under here. So I want to find a blue or teal kind of color to wrap around. And then I'm going to use elastic to hang on just a second. Let me get this all back together. It irritates me when I don't have it on there. Anyway, and to do the ties and to wrap it around before I close it up and make this part here. And then, of course, the shaker belly band you saw. I used I used some of my beads, the crystal beads in there, and a piece of scrap, a 2 by 6 inch scrap paper, and this thing I put in. I think I put it in the pocket. Maybe I didn't. Where did I put it? Anyway, this thing that come off of a die cut. It was the card backing for my die cut. The plastic on it is what I used to it's wrapping paper. Thank you. That's she goes by Me Scrapper on here, and she is Melina Pilot, and she's really sweet, you know. And I've got to figure out how to go in and redo the front because I forgot to put the hashtag Me Scrapper on it so that she could see what I've done with her idea. So it's fun to take somebody's ideas and expand on them and everything. Um, and and I do that, and I try to remember who they are. Um, Friend on the Edge is Frankie, Frankie and Eagle, right? Anyway, um, oh, you're welcome, Violet. She caught my eye with it too. Um, Shireen and Sharon, not Shireen, Sharon. The plastic off of this is what I used to make the belly band. So you know you can use the here it is, the plastic bag that these come in, that the dies come in. They make great see-through parts for the belly band. And this is also Melina. So that's it for today, I guess, because I don't have my other materials in here to work with, and they're all the way in the back. And I know y'all don't want me to have to wait 30 minutes for me to go to the back of the house and pick out what I need, get it stripped, and put it on here. So I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Um, y'all don't know what it means to me to have somebody to talk to. I mean, I have fun all by myself, but I have more fun with people with me. So thank y'all all so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next stream. Thumbs up, everybody. Bye.